Hey, alrighty then. I guess we're ready to kick this thing off and get started. Rising Tide of Sins. Fourth session in the fourth different country. The first session I ran in Israel, the second one in Mexico, third one in Guatemala, and now the fourth one in El Salvador. Alrighty, so what happened last time? First thing, you asked Omri, the priest of Scarlet Vice, how he was able to counter the nightmare subjugation. He told you that he casted the spell called Hallow, and it required a diamond worth 1,000 gold pieces. So now you know how he countered the whole nightmare thing. You went to do some shopping in Baldur's Gate and got yourself some new items. And you got ripped off. You visited Elf Song Tavern where Fabio bought some wine and you had beers together. We can actually agree that in the future, if you splurge, take care of yourself and spend money in things like this, that you could consider inspiring, that could grant you an inspiration as well. Tim, the bartender, also told you that many adventurers have been hired by the dukes to protect the coastal settlements from the raids of the drowned marauders. You then boarded Scarlet Vice and decided not to arrive at the small island until the next morning. In the morning you came to the island with the strange beacon and undead. You approached in a small boat and the undead creatures, they threatened you with violence if you would come to the shore. So you decided to attack them with some fireballs and other ranged things, and they dived into the water. You then came to the island and started investigating the beacon. It turned out to be much related to the nightmare subjugation. It was the source of it, and it would affect an area within 100 miles radius. It could be only destroyed by force and radiant damage. As soon as you attacked the beacon, undead creatures started rising from the sea and attacking you. However, together you managed to destroy the beacon and the undead retreated into the waves. You're now still on the island and deciding what to do next.
How does the beacon look now after we destroyed?
So there's this iron pedestal that has been jammed between the rocks on the island, and so there's, let's say, 40 centimeters still of that pedestal left, but otherwise the iron pieces have sort of just fallen everywhere around the pedestal. Some of them jagged and sort of melted from the radiant damage. Some of them more just broken, like broken glass would be after the force damage dealt by, for example, magic missile. You can still...
Could I feel anything when I touched it?
Just that it fought back to you. It sort of tried to invoke your fears and sort of nightmares in your mind.
Oh yeah, there was the charisma save. No.
Yeah, it was a charisma saving throw. And it was supposed to happen every time you damaged the thing, but I guess I forgot that, so we try to just ignore that now. You are still able to see some of the runes that are carved into the metal. Would you like to take a second look at those?
Sure.
Because there is something more illegible, something that you're able to read. Especially you, Randall, since you do have some knowledge in primordial. This is a very old language, like we discovered last time. But there are a few runes that sort of make sense to you. And as you look at those, you decipher a sentence, which I'm gonna put into the chat right now. Dream of freedom, but remember, where there are dreams, there are always nightmares.
Right. Hey guys, I can read a part of this. It says dream of freedom, but remember where there are dreams, there are always nightmares. Does the same anything to...
Well, the phrase itself is pretty self-explanatory. What language is it exactly?
Primordial.
Can I make a history check or something to kind of figure out which creatures and which like beings use primordial?
Yes, you can. This would be a religion check to try to sort of understand what is the meaning of this sentence. But if you want to just think who uses primordial language, then sure, that would be...
I was thinking more on the who.
Okay, let's go with the history check then.
At least the chef in the ship, he knows primordial. The flame guy. Right.
That's true. I would guess so. And 15.
15. Yeah, Randall's deduction is also very good, and together you come to the conclusion that things that originate from any of the 4 elemental planes, plane of fire, plane of air, plane of water, and plane of earth, these are where mainly primordial languages are spoken. There are few different dialects of primordial as well, and primordial language it's not as simple as our languages, as common language, for example. It's more, you have to feel the language in order to understand it. Randall has a special connection. I'm not gonna talk about it more, so it's up to you how you wanna speak about it, if you want to speak about it. But it's something that you have to feel when it comes to primordial languages.
Peculiar that it would be an elemental language. I don't see any traces of anything that would suggest that these nightmare beacons were connected to any elemental powers.
Yeah, I must say this stumps me as well.
Maybe we can take that piece with the inscription with us. Maybe you can hold on to it, Randall. Maybe we'll find someone who might recognize it or something.
Good idea.
Also, the metal itself. I wonder, is there anything special to it?
You can make a nature check to inspect the metal itself.
Anyone proficient in metal or natural things that would... I mean, I can try, but...
If you have proficiency in, for example, smith's tools, I'll let you add also proficiency bonus from that to the roll.
Well, I can take a look if... Isn't my specialty, but oh, damn it, I'm so close to... so close to being my specialty, but pretty good still.
Yeah, 18 is pretty good. This specific metal is not from the mainland, but it is from the material plane. You do recognize that, yeah, this is not infernal metal, for example. It is from the material plane. However, it is not from the mainland. It can be only found from specific parts of the islands, let's say, or maybe somewhere on another, I don't mean to say continent, but let's say in another nation. Yeah, I'd say that it's not common in this area, but with 18 you don't remember where specifically this metal can be found.
And I also don't recognize like a name for it, for the metal.
We can say that with 18 you do have a name for it. Let's call it... Come up with a name for the metal.
Damn it. Oh no. 'Cause I only know the ones that are like so typical, like mithril and adamantium, but that doesn't seem right, so...
Brand metal.
What?
Brand metal.
How do you write that?
Brand. It's your last name.
Oh, right. I heard friend metal or something.
No.
Damn it. Completely blanked out. I don't know. Let's call it... damn it. I can't.
Okay,
What else?
let's call it rauta.
Okay, rauta. Okay, rauta metal.
Rauta metal. That's what it is.
All right. Well, let's hold on to it. Maybe we'll meet someone who know more about it.
So I can pick it up and take the part that has writing.
Yeah. Yes, you can. You can add into your inventory piece of metal from, piece of rauta metal from the Nightmare Beacon.
Oh.
By the way, nothing.
There is a quite good wisdom on these words. It's like a good reminder that you are trying to get the freedom. It's inspiring, but also carries risk and challenges.
That is very astute. That is indeed such. And also, I suppose it's a threat of a certain type. They are inducing, whoever's doing this is inducing nightmares to, well, what it seems to me like controlling people. So,
Yeah.
it's also just a direct warning to beware your dreams. So, what now?
I guess there's nothing more on the island.
Just
We can
the
see that.
just the skeletons that you killed, their remains are lying all around still, but nothing more.
And does it
Well,
feel like
I would like to search them if I can find some news about their original master. And that's
Absolutely. Eligos, did you have something?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. Is there like for anyone who's like magically inclined, does it like feel now that whatever magic was within this beacon is now totally done for? There's no traces of it left.
Make an Arcana check. Or you can use spells or other abilities to try to ascertain that. It's up to you.
Make a check first.
24.
24.
Nice. You inspect the remains of the beacon, and to your knowledge, this magical device is destroyed.
Well, it seems the magic is indeed very much done for. I don't sense any traces of it. Which is
good.
yes, exactly. I would say that we'll sleep easier, no pun intended.
Randall, you can... So, what did you want to discover again?
Just search the skellies and see what's anything like that could show us like where they are from or their action.
Make a nature check. As you inspect the skeletons, you see that they are very much decaying, and there's many traces of sea elements to them. So their origin, they are inhabitant to the ocean. They are coming from the sea, and you could also see when you started the combat, they were able to swim, which is not something that all undead are able to do. So, sea is their dwelling. Other than this, there is a strange blue substance on their weapons, but you're not able to really tell what that is. However, Elowen, this same blue substance is now infecting a wound that you have, and you do feel that that area sort of like pulsating, and there's a cold feeling to you.
looks a bit concerning. How are you feeling?
I feel a bit cold. It hurts.
Yeah, we need to.
Maybe the priest
Have
on the
that.
boat can help.
Fabio, did you know any healing? It would be interesting to see. I mean, the priest certainly would. Priest certainly will help, but it would be interesting to see if just typical healing would have an effect.
I can heal. I have cure wounds.
That might be a...
Purebondista. Yes, I can cure your wounds. Shall I do it
that
now?
would be-
Yeah, that might work.
So I will cure your wounds. What? Well, points.
Does it seem to have any effect on the poison itself?
The wound closes. You feel much better. You're no longer bleeding, and the surge of magical healing, it always feels nice. However, the area is still sort of bluish, and you see your own veins pulsate with this blue hue underneath your skin. It seems to spread, and you start feeling like there's this very clear feeling that your life is coming to an end. Not within hours, but perhaps within days. And there's a strange feeling that the waves all around you, they call you to deaths.
Oh dear.
I don't have any restoration spells.
We need...
Restoration.
Should
We
we
need
go
to-
back to the city?
Well, we have a priest on the ship. We should at least go back to the ship as soon as possible to have
Yep.
poor Elwen's wound looked at. And maybe grab one of those weapons. Whatever that poison is, I think. We need to identify what it is exactly.
Okay. I wanted to ask you guys about something. This is more of a game mechanic thing, and some of my players have told me that it doesn't make sense that religion checks are related to intelligence, that they should be a wisdom check, and medicine checks, which are wisdom checks, should be intelligence. So I'm willing to, in this campaign, sort of like swap the places if you guys want to try that out. But it's completely up to you. I'm also satisfied going like this. It's definitely easier to remember than remembering that they sort of swap
Could it
places.
be possible? Could it be possible if someone wants to switch those places for that person to do it? And
I was considering that option as well, but I feel like I'm going to get lost who is who and how does it go. So I think that it would be more fair that everyone had the same thing.
yeah, because for me it's all the same. Because I have religion like what's the proficiency? Yeah, I have proficiency in religion. So of course for me the intelligence in the religion part helps. And for medicine, I have like 0. So
Yeah, what I would do is just switch the names. So let's say that you have now religion +7 and medicine +0. So what would happen is that your medicine becomes +7 and your religion +0.
well, me personally, I feel like my character is more well versed in religion than in medicine. So for me personally, this religion being intelligence thing works better.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Fine by me.
Yeah, and there's also one thing that you have to keep in mind. If someone, got knocked out and went unconscious and they needed to be stabilized, it's usually done with the medicine check, and that is wisdom, and that usually is higher for most of the characters then. But anyway, let's keep it the way it is.
I don't think just to came to the realization that I don't think we'd have a single party member who has like wisdom, like at least that much wisdom, because sorcerer, paladin, warlock, they're all charisma. For me, it's intelligence. For Rivet, it's strength. We don't have a single wisdom character in our
That's true.
group.
That's fine.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
So regarding the like symptoms felt by Elowen, does it feel more like poison or curse?
You can make a medicine
Maybe
check
a question.
to try to ascertain.
Yes, please.
Wait, I do the medicine check.
You can also roll if you want. 2 of you can try to inspect the wound. Nice.
Nice.
Good at self-diagnosing.
Yeah, you know best. How does it feel? Fabio, you also inspect the wound, and together you come to the conclusion that this is some kind of a disease. It is transmitted from the touch of these undead creatures. The blue substance isn't only on their weapons, it's also all over them, residue of that, and this is contagious, highly contagious. So just a touch can transmit this disease.
I was just thinking that I lay on hands purify poison, but if it's a disease, not poison, so it won't help then.
Yeah, in essence, it is a disease which causes the poisoned condition. But the poisoned condition doesn't go away unless the disease is cured. You're following?
Yeah, so that wouldn't help, yeah.
Can I say that this is completely in DM's decision? Like, I've drank a potion. I didn't drink it in this combat, but previously. Is it possible that I have like an empty vial left from that potion that I've drank?
Yeah.
We can
say that you have an empty vial.
Then can I very carefully, and I'll put gloves on and stuff like that.
Do you have gloves?
Well, I think I would imagine that I have. I don't know if I've ever made the decision that my character wears gloves, but...
But I can also do that for you.
Oh yeah, well that's true. If you... Rivet can like... well, I ask. Rivet, would you mind taking this vial and getting some of that blue substance within it? I think that you might be the only one of us who's entirely immune to whatever this thing is.
Yes, I can do that.
Thank you, my boy. Here you go. I'll pass the vial.
But
But,
I'm
try
still
and be careful.
trying to like not touch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough.
Try and be careful.
Make a sleight of hand check as you're harvesting the blue substance. Wow.
Nice.
Good one. So, very carefully with your mechanical moves, you harvest the blue substance into one of the vials and seal it. None of it spills, and you feel confident that it did not touch you or anyone else. Elowen, since you rolled so well, I still want to add to the description earlier that you know that you have a time limit. This disease will kill you eventually, but only in days equal to your constitution modifier, which is +3. So you have now 3 days, 3 times 24 hours before your demise comes.
Guess this is it, guys. Goodbye. Walk off to the sea.
Don't do
It's
it.
nice knowing you.
There's always hope. I think we need to get back to the ship post haste.
Let's make haste.
You want this vial back, Elegus?
On a second thought, maybe you'll keep it for a while if that's okay with you, Rivet.
Yep, I can do that.
Thank you.
I will start rowing us back. Row a boat.
Alrighty then.
Smallest guy always rows. But he is very strong.
Oui.
You return back to the boat, and the small dinghy is lifted up on the deck, and you come there as well. You can now see the crew of Scarlet Vice. They gather around, and Maluk.
Where is the priest?
Maluk says, "Are you wounded? We saw a fiery explosion."
Get the priest right now.
Right. Omri, come and see our friends. And Omri, the priest, comes. He's holding his leather-bound book in his hands. He was currently reading as you came on board. Yes, what can I do?
We have a slight problem. Our friend Elowen here seems to have caught something.
Really? And what exactly did you get?
It is a curse.
A curse?
No, not a curse, but a disease. You will die. You will have to enter.
Elowen, maybe show the good priest.
Yes, I show the wound and explain how I'm feeling and the calling of the ocean.
This is peculiar. It must be either a curse or a disease.
I think Fabio and Elwin already figured it out that it would be the disease specifically, and we have a vial of the stuff that seems to cause it. Rivet here has it. This blue substance.
I'm going to need some time to analyze what this is. I take it that you have already tried healing.
We
I see.
Seemed to work.
Concerning. Very good. I am going to have to inspect this and try to ascertain what is the nature of this substance, what kind of disease we are talking about, and how to possibly cure it.
Post haste,
How-
if you
how-
will, priest.
How many days did it take for us to come here? 1.5?
Yes, approximately. I would say so. Actually, you could have. You left yesterday. It wasn't so far
Yeah.
away. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd say 1 day.
Yeah.
1 day approximately.
Yeah, but yeah, it was metagaming. Elwin hasn't told us the 3-day limit yet, so
Oh, sorry, yeah, well, I
think-
kind of forgot to mention. I do think that she mentions it when she feels the time limit. She passes
we,
the information on.
should we head back to Baldur's Gate? Perhaps Ambrose Island can wait.
I think that would be the best. At least make the course back to Baldur's Gate. Because
And if the
good
priest-
good priest, yeah. Please.
Wait,
go
wait.
ahead.
No. You.
Yes, I was just about to say that if the priest cannot cure it, we shouldn't tarry here any longer than necessary. Because I'm certain that someone in Baldur's Gate can cure it. But if we wait for the priest, and he tells us that he can't do anything about it, then we've already wasted time. Please, Fabio, what were you saying?
The same thing.
like
At this point, the doors to the captain's quarters open, and Ebony Reeves, the captain of Scarlet Vice, walks to the deck. Her eyes are half open, and she's walking with this very leisurely pace, not in any hurry. There's a slight smile on her face as she approaches.
be smoking the devil's grass again.
She comes to you. Ah, you're back. Everything all right?
Did you say something?
I love for the half leaf that clearly slowed you down.
Perhaps I thought that I was speaking, but I wasn't. Anyway, it seems that you're back already. Everything all right?
Well, the mission itself was a success. Extracted something from the undead.
drafted. I just received a message. The mother of the Luvenir family. I guess she was somehow able to do a spell of sending, because I've been just informed that their son Damien will be sacrificed tomorrow to the hobgoblin god Maglubiet. So I was just thinking that maybe you guys want to make haste to Ambrose Island, but it's up to you. You call the shots, okay?
Miss Reef, perhaps a minute for us to have a quick run.
Reeves.
1 minute.
Reeves, before you go, how long does it take to travel?
If we
From
take
there back to Ambrose.
If we take our course now to Ambrose Island, we will be there tomorrow morning. And then it's like 2 days to Baldur's Gate.
You're right.
It's not good, but like I told you, I have a mission in the Ambrose Island, which is connected to this, but they don't want to use LON, so perhaps, I don't know. They only have the small D, and I don't think, even though I'm quite a pro, I may be able to go in time to Ambrose Island if random get help to LOMs. I do not know.
It's up to everyone.
Oui.
So you'll be there tomorrow morning, very early, and then it's like 2 days travel back to Baldur's Gate. If the wind is good and if there are no delays, you'll be just in time, given that the Ambrose Island doesn't take you more than 1 day.
And is it possible to row to Ambrose Island?
Technically, yes, but it's a long way to row. You would not arrive there in 1 day. It would take you a longer time.
And they will sacrifice it.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Don't worry about me, guys. I think we must help them.
Yeah, because if you die, that's maybe Reeves could, I don't know. Die. Could Reeves contact someone with Baldur's Gate or sending just one person?
If we send word from Enoch that can teleport, maybe. Good idea.
Omri could do sending once per day, but it's
Sending as well.
If we could contact someone with Baldur's Gate, and we would have maybe help ready there or someone, I don't know. If we could contact someone, is it something?
There must be a healer that can teleport. Perhaps. Priest, any ideas?
Maybe we could contact the Duke if he has a nightmare situation before, and maybe not the first time an adventurer has gotten struck by a skinny back sword that is poisoned.
Yeah, I mean, they do have resources, but you want to get I don't see how they would be able to get to us. We have to send another ship to Ambrose Island and see if we can maybe some very powerful someone that can teleport to our ship.
It's a tall order. It's a tall order, yes, but we just did complete the mission. So maybe. I think we should ask any information about poisoning mission.
How windy is it?
How windy?
Yeah.
I'd say moderate level. It's a good wind if you want to go west.
Yeah, I have a keelboat in my pack. Needed.
What?
Keelboat. It's much faster than a rowboat, like a puujapene.
You have it in your pocket. In thine pocket.
Yes, Rivet shows that it has like this small box in his hand. It's inside here.
I'm not sure if you're pulling my leg. You're just private.
For real. I built it for myself.
Right. How quickly could it take one or two people the ship we arrived, what, in a day? Take to that boat to get to the gate.
Actually, I don't know.
I would say that since there's probably like tomorrow evening, you would be arriving at Baldur's Gate, where you are now.
Hold on, you have a small magical boat that you just throw in the ocean and it becomes an actual boat?
Yeah, of course I need to give the command word, but
Yeah. Well, on that. Oh, that's nice.
You're full of surprises.
I think, well, once this short of information came into light, I'm wondering if the best course of action would be for Elowen and someone else to head Baldur's Gate.
Perhaps are we there?
yeah, I can.
Hey, guys, by the way, so on have been here, so it's because maybe you are sending to her to she house, then we would have to separate.
then we have to separate, at least for a while. Maybe someone in Baldur's Gate. Ideally, someone in Baldur's Gate. In this case, Rivet and Evelyn have to go to Baldur's Gate to deal with someone there could teleport them back to the island. Great. That's of course hoping.
What if Erikos you sent him to the Joanna and the priest sends something to the Duke of Baldur's Gate? Then we can ask both guys.
What did sending were?
Did the captain mention who did we see the send?
Yeah. So, what happened is that Zoana, the priest of Ambrose Island, the mother of the family, she managed to do a sending to Baldur's Gate, probably to one of the dukes, and the dukes then informed your captain, Ebony Reeves, about the time.
Yeah, because it was sending her.
Yes. You don't need to have met the person, if I remember the description correctly. I will go right now to see. How is the sending? Sending's a 3rd level spell. Okay, it says a creature you have met or a creature described to you by someone who has met it.
Yeah,
And I most likely haven't.
yeah, and I also don't have sending. I forgot. My spell list says sending, but it's something else. To anyone? Mark?
Character.
But the
I
priest
don't think that I have met.
Omri can send the message.
was it described by someone? Has she been described to us by someone? Maybe.
Well, technically you have gotten some kind of an idea from the dukes when you got this mission. You were told their names and who they are. So you know who you are rescuing. I would say that that counts as that being described to you. But if you don't have the sending spell, it doesn't much benefit you.
Yeah. That includes the priest as the description. Benefits include the priest as
I would say that he does not know them, and he did not get the memo from the dukes. So
Can't we describe it?
I'll give you an opportunity. You can roll for that. It sort of stretches the limits of the spell because it's described by you who have gotten a description from someone else. But let's see if you're able to.
Someone else.
I would say that this is a history check because you're recalling information that you've received and trying to sort of teleport.
They have plus 2.
That only one of us make it.
Yes, let's. This is so difficult task that only one can roll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, plus 6.
Okay. It's a good roll. It's a good roll. I give you 50% chance of succeeding in the task. You can roll any dice you want. Like, I'm telling you how this works. So if you decide to cast or ask the priest to cast a spell, there's a 50% chance that it doesn't go to the right person. And on uneven numbers, it doesn't go to the right person, and on even numbers, it does go to the right person. Is this clear?
Yeah. So uneven.
Doesn't go to the right person. Yes.
Damn it!
So, since you have a priest that can do some spells in your benefit, I made the decision that for all of these spells, he requires gold as material component in order to cast a spell. And for the sending, 50 gold pieces. So burn that from someone's inventory, or everyone gives a 10.
This was a team effort, so let's act as a team.
Not so far. I have only really started, but it is peculiar substance. Give me some time. I will do my best.
How could you say your own sorrow blood is hanging on the balance? Choices of losing one life on the Amber Islands, or risking everyone's life. That is, of course,
I would say that with my knowledge, I'm fairly certain that I can at least ascertain what kind of disease we're talking about. And then we have a decent chance of finding a solution to the problem. I can't make any promises, but I have faith.
well, thank you for your honesty, priest. Continue doing that. Don't leave you in peace. Tell us.
Absolutely.
Priest Omri, do you know anything about Zoan? Like, she's a, I heard she's a priest as well. Like, how powerful.
I haven't actually met her, but I've heard some stories that she is a very devoted priestess of Chantea, and they have a strong connection. I hear that she is quite capable. I would assume that. they have lived on this island by themselves for a long time, as far as I know.
If someone can help Faerûn, it is someone who's very connected with the show. That's what I can see.
Boutique element.
Overall, helping Ambrose Island.
Maybe she killed herself.
I'm pretty sure she can, but it's not my decision to make.
No one makes the decision. I'm fine. I think that almost a safe bet, but it comes with its own problems. Splitting upwards.
We have a small dinghy.
Yeah. Technically, if we get to Ambrose Island, we fight so fast. And if she can't help it immediately, we will make it in time to escape as well.
But did we have some sort of intel on the Gobelins around the island? We don't know if it's the end of the Gobelin or Ambrose.
We have
I don't think that we had a amount of knew what had happened, but it was most likely a ship. So a ship should probably hold hundreds of goblins, but I mean, it could have been a big fucking ship. So, I mean, if we go to the island, it's not going to be like a walk down the park and we rescue them in 5 minutes.
yeah.
Even that might take like 2 days if it's filled with goblins and whatnot. So what I'm a bit worried if we go to the island and we start the mission, but it just takes time, then Elohim is dead. So even though the idea of splitting up stocks, if we want to play it safe, then we can agree that it could be the muscle, and then, or I don't know how you do this, but I don't like muscle. Yeah, anyways, using the dinghy, getting back to Baldur's Gate, and then Elohim and Buddha get help, and we will begin the mission of helping the people in the Ambrose Island.
Yes, and that is that. I do have a kind of an idea of loading. Like, we have cannons. Let's say that
We do.
the ship sails there and starts blasting. It's not just their ship. That for sure would put a kind of a hamper on any sacrificial ceremonies that they have left. Or start doing those cannon fire.
That's a very good idea.
We could buy some time.
And yes, and we have the dinghy. What if it would be nature at the start of the ritual begins? A very strong guess is that it will be dark. We take the small dinghy. escape the place of the ritual once the crew uses the cameras and causes a distraction, then we can have our Black Ops mission using the dig.
That is true. That is also a good idea.
But we have no intel on the island itself. Where are the facilities? There's mansions. Like, we have no idea where they might be.
Exactly, and we don't know when sacrifice their plan like that, where it's gonna happen.
Did Evan did you mention like a vague idea when the ritual is, but no specific? Like dusk, dawn, noon, night.
That time was not mentioned, but tomorrow.
One way for Rivet and Faerûn to get back to Russia. This is a separate topic, but there are druids involved in the game. They simply go to them and pay them to fly both of them to the ship. Take a fraction of any time that they
I mean, can you two
but believing teleport there, that's of course the best.
and you guys know about those spells, right? So you would be able to find people to help.
I mean, my advice to everyone would be go straight to the group. They know the dealer.
Yeah, I mean, well, two problems. Each one, we don't have that much time. I don't want to lose any lives. We want to be able to help the people in Ambrose Island, and we want to help Faerûn, so we should prevent them. Faerûn get going, and we go to Ambrose Island.
I would vote for that. Fight them time. We don't want to engage them in a straight up fight. Boots on the ground kind of fight.
Yeah.
Three of us fighting alone.
No, me neither, but it would be very good to have some sort of scouting to be done, but maybe looking at us halfling in a full plate armor is the most discreet option. I'm not sure if Eligos, if you have some special tricks up your sleeve that you could do some scouting.
Well, I have invisibility. That's it.
What if I told you that I also have some like
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, let's continue so that Rivet tells everyone what he has in his pocket says, and then we make a plan.
Just kidding, that's what it's all.
This is not has it
time.
got in his pocket says.
Usually you don't get show. Please.
Okay, sorry.
You can
It was a good one. So, what do you think? Who got an Faerûn? Should you head to Baldur's Gate and help this other one to get Bjorn, and then we shall scout the island and cause a little mayhem to play us some time?
also thinking one option I do as help on my screen. Because I want me to be helping with the hobgoblin. He doesn't like hobgoblins.
No,
I mean,
believe that your patrons could help you. Absolutely. Get some help that way. Any type of help. Maybe we'll give it an hour. You roll away. Priest an hour. The rest of us can take a breather or something. There's too much in an hour.
it is always a good time to pop a bottle, a little bit of wine. First drink.
No, on the nerves. I agree. I like this.
Alrighty.
All agree.
agreed. I'm gonna have word with Chef Iman about primordials.
Okay. Those of you who are doing essentially nothing can have a short rest to gain some hit points back and whatever other things it might grant you. Like for example, Eligos, was it called Arcane Recovery? That might benefit you. I don't remember all the things that a short rest gives you, so you take care of it on your own. And Randall, you go talk to Chef Mungle. Let's do that first, and then we jump to Elowen, who is doing a thing with her patron. So Randall, you approach the kitchen, which is in the front of the ship, sort of like on the same deck as the main deck, but it's just inside the structure of the ship, and it is warm there. And you see Chef Mungle with pots and pans, and he's cooking something currently.
Chef Mangle. A word.
What do you need?
Discovered this. I show him. Any idea? Well, I know what you mean. I've seen it. This.
This is very old primordial. Doesn't really... It's not really any of the 4 primordial languages. This is sort of the root of all the primordial languages. Very old runes. It is said that only the creators of this all know these kind of languages. So, essentially that would mean gods.
Okay. We found this on the island. Just drop that. Run.
Well,
It was causing the nightmare.
interesting. Interesting. I'm not an expert when it comes to these things, but I would say that probably some kind of entity, a godlike entity, with the intention of infusing us with nightmares, but I wouldn't know anything about it since I don't really have to sleep.
Makes sense. Well, thank you, man. It was helpful.
Sure, take that butt off the plane. It's gonna burn.
Where are you?
Put it on the table.
Thank you, man.
Now get out of here. Yeah. Yeah. Go away. All right. Eloin. Tell me what you're doing.
Private area and start kind of meditating. Trying to connect. I don't really. Sometimes the world of these kind of new things, I don't know. I have heard some of my speech.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, it doesn't go quite like that. It's not always a stable connection that you have. So I need you to roll a religion check.
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Inspiration, I believe it is reset when it's a new dawn, and it was yesterday when you were having the beers. So that wouldn't apply anymore today. I don't know if there's any other reason why you would have an inspiration, like from your class or from your PCs.
Yeah. I was referring to that. London.
Prowess in combat, like Elder being the one who destroyed the
Well, I said that if in combat you use the help action to help a friend, you get an inspiration from that, but that wouldn't be the case right now. Yeah, you meditated upon it for a while, but the sensation that you have in your stomach because of the disease, it's so distracting that it becomes impossible eventually to try to connect with your deity. Good to see you.
You
Yeah.
as well, priest.
I've been analyzing this substance now, and it's a very concerning substance indeed. It causes the flesh of a living creature to rot, and it has a decaying effect on humanoids. If one has resilience in their body, it will make it slower, but the weakest of us will only have about 1 day before they die. And what is the most peculiar thing about this is that it seems to lead to undead. Should you die because of this, your life doesn't fully end, however, it gains an undead nature. It is not impossible to cure the disease before one dies. However, I am unable to do that with my powers. But I would assume that a priest with powers stronger than mine would be able to do so. Or perhaps with the right remedies as well, but I lack those as well.
Well, from one spellcaster to another. Spell. Required.
Perhaps a greater restoration.
Well, that confirms the fact that Baldur's Gate, at least certainly has healers and scrolls and what have you to make it certain.
Most certainly.
Well, I thank you only. This is good information. Rejoin the group and
I have an idea. At least I'm speaking for myself. Perhaps we should give all of our going to Rivet and Faerûn if they need to purchase a scroll, which is very expensive, just in case we don't need the coin in Ambrose Island. So if they cannot get help, perhaps they can purchase the scroll.
well, yes, I think that is a good idea. They certainly
No, of course, but if
yeah,
who else
I
gets
was about to say that. We would still need someone capable of casting a spell in those places. Cast it. Sure. If the specific spell, for example, is greater restoration, clerics, paladins such as yourself.
What about this priest in Ambrose Island? Could she
I am
able to
certain
help us?
I am certain that she can help. If she is who I think she is, she's very powerful.
But that is putting all worst case scenario that
She dies.
yes, exactly. Yes.
What if we go with my keelboat to Ambrose Island at the same time Scarlet Wise is going back to Baldur's Gate and get some help and take some priests with them and come back to Ambrose Islands as a backup.
How big is your boat? Can it fit all of this?
Yes, it should. If we go with the ordinary D&D keelboat.
That is one.
That is one option. We lose the cannons.
Let's take one cannon instead of my keelboat. It should be quite easy.
I mean, I'm not sure if we need the distraction if we are good enough for it. Like,
Personally,
I mean, sure.
cannons, even if it would be distraction.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
For example, destroying their ship would be
Yeah.
Can someone tell me about this? Situation was silent. I think you went through it one time. I was really there.
there's a
Yeah, I mean,
goblins attacked and then took the family there hostage.
yes.
Or, yeah, something else.
I mean, it's family of three, but they have a workforce. They have a very famous winery in the island.
They have a ship riding.
I mean, we don't know, but most likely there is a ship.
Yeah, to arrive. Either they have many boats or something to live for. They know the exact situation.
Like I said before, no one's decision. I'm weighing on this.
I personally think that the safest option is for everyone to hurry to the city and get cured and then get some druids to fly them to Ambrose as fast as possible.
Powerful priestesses and in the Ambrose Island there is one. Who could be more powerful? Probably there is one. In the city, but still, the priest that he has shields.
Yeah, but like Eligos said, then we're putting all of our eggs in the basket. We don't know if they'll be priest in. But I do agree, there is a priest very close. I'm certain that a priest of Shantae can cure Halloween, but
It's risky.
wouldn't it? It's risky. Could Omri revivify the priest as if the worst thing happened?
Revivify is like a very high level spell if only can cast it later. Cast it.
Yep.
true.
Problem isn't even that. The problem is that the one that is deceased, if they die, they become undead. And then,
No, no, I meant if the priestess dies
ah,
on the island, we're able to resurrect her so she can help.
right.
Yeah, but so she's still alive. Let's make a decision.
And if she's alive now,
Yeah, she is alive.
she can be alive until we're done hammering the place.
Well, let's make a boat.
Voting time.
Can you go to
You need to vote.
I won't. I won't vote. I'm not gonna.
It's your responsibility as a citizen, not
It's her
the
choice.
citizen of this room.
Oh, okay. Let's clear it.
Let the disease bearer decide.
Yes.
We could go to the Ambrose Island again.
Yes. Let's go.
Then it is decided.
Decision.
And I'm sure we are able to help them, release them, and she is able to help Ella. But it's decided. It is the way. It is the will of Jonathan.
That is decided. We're in the halfway of the session right now, and we're gonna take a break here, and we will be back if 5 minutes is enough in that time. Alrighty then, we're all back, and as it was agreed, you guys are gonna start heading towards the Ambrose Island, even though Elowen is deceased, and put your fate into the hands of possibly the priestess of the island. The rest of the day, you do your best with the ship crew to catch the best possible wings in order to get to the Ambrose Island for tomorrow morning. The ship, how it operates is that it doesn't require a large crew as it normally would. There would have to be dozens of guys, you know, taking care of the sails and whatnot. But Ebony Reeves, the captain of the ship, she's sort of just standing behind the helm of the ship, and with magic, by turning her hand, she directs the sails, and yeah, most of the sailing itself is done through magical means. And she's gonna pull an all-nighter to get you to the Ambrose Island the following morning. Is there anything that you want to do with the remainder of the day before you go and take a rest?
We don't need to roll. I can save my role playing for another session. Underplay. I will save my wine for
Less gloomy. Gloomy fields.
Very good. Then you can give yourself a long rest to the following day. I take it that everyone's able to see the map. Perfect. The following morning comes and you wake up to the day. You have the island in vicinity through the spying class. And there's still very little light at this point, which is your advantage. Ebony, you can see that she's quite tired, her eyes are reddish, and she approaches you as you come to the deck. Okay, I tell you the situation. We have reached the Ambrose Island, and we have their ship in vicinity. Bad news is that it's a warship, so it can cause some serious trouble to us. You can also see that there's a camp of hobgoblins on the east side of the island. Many of them. But it appears that most of them are in the camp. For what we know, the Lumineers are privately held in the winery. So what I propose is that we'll lower the dinghy for you, send you to the winery, and we will create a distraction on the east side of the island. A lot of cannon fire, make them think that what is happening on the east side. That should free up some space otherwise on the west side of the island. As it was told to me, all you need to do is free the Lumineers, for they are then able to clear the island of the hobgoblins. What do you think?
Hey, that sounds like a good plan.
So we will be dropped off to the water.
We'll drop you off somewhere here, and you can still use the cover of the darkness to try to get to the west side as quickly as possible.
Which direction?
I'd say that pretty much from south. Southeast.
Do we have any way of contacting each other? In case that we need to, like for example, from a ship while you have a priest send messages to us if there's anything we need to know.
That's correct.
Have any
We can
ideas
respond.
on respond or simply, for example, let's imagine that we get the family safe. We probably need to get them to the dinghy. Row the dinghy back, or us in it, to the ship. And ideally, the ship should of course be somewhere where it's not going to be attacked by their warship.
That's correct.
I don't think their worship will Motherhood as a growing also.
No, not road. Shit. Because when we gotta make our escape, I don't want to worship on our estate.
Well, last time you guys went to the small island, I was told that you were able to see a fireball explode. Perhaps you can use something similar to communicate to us that you need us to send you a message, to which you are able to reply.
True. That's true. And let's say that maybe the initial idea would be that we leave somewhere from the west, southwest. That's where the wild is located. That's probably where we'll be getting out of. The initial idea is that that's the place where we'll be making the sun. Message you. Get the hell out of Dutch.
Right on. And if, should there be a situation that the warship is able to take off and start chasing us, we will do a message for you and let you know that we are going to have to do some maneuvers. It should be a hell of a warship to be able to catch Scarlet Vice. I do dare say that this is one of the fastest ships that there is.
Have faith in your crew, Captain. And if you were able to, for example, disable their masts, warfare on the sea, chain cannonballs or something like that, fire at their masts, they lose their masts. That's it for their hopes of catching us.
Thank you for your insight.
So I guess everyone ready to do this?
We
Well, you guys board the same ship, same boat that you had previously. It is lowered down and you start rowing it towards. Well, tell me where you want to go.
Well, I think stay out of sight of anyone. I would personally suggest that the small, or I don't know how type of thing here goes through. Enter it, see, sail all the way to Wyoming.
All right.
There's a little pier there as well, but that's a bit too direct. River stream.
If it seems like we can do it without moving.
Yes, exactly. Because as soon as we start seeing people, change plans accordingly.
hold on. I have located the chains. But I don't know. Yeah, it's a stretch. We don't know any object areas. Would be a convenient way to find them.
I mean, going out of a limb, guessing, locate a. And you look for symbol of short-tail.
You're smart. You're smart as fuck. Hey,
Why This one from the east.
An amulet of John Tea, like a nest. But isn't it? It's a second level spell, which means I have 2 spell slots.
Yeah. Maybe save the idea and we can
Yeah. Yeah.
immediately use it if we think it's necessary.
Yeah.
What is the range of that?
Feet. 1,000 feet, so that's quite a lot.
Yeah.
It's 300 meters.
Yeah, 300 meters. Well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely something we can use if necessary for water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surely be at a distance.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it,
As you're approaching the island with the rowing boat, 2 of you can make a perception check to try to see where would it be the best to approach the winery. The river, the pier, or whatever.
well, I'm rowing, so somewhere else.
That's a perception pluses to it.
+1.
Go ahead, Rivet.
Randall and element. Perception.
Oh yeah, I have +5.
Nope. You one of them. Maybe Rivet. Maybe Rivet and element. Best for this.
You really need to.
It doesn't matter where we go.
What matters is our plan.
Okay. Impossible to say. You can't really see in the dark dawn what would be the best way to approach the island. If it is the pier or if it is the river. You can decide for yourselves. Right now you don't.
Yeah. True.
Alright.
Because of my new goggles, I can see the darkness and after the instructions, Fabia, where to go.
Very good. We'll say that you...
Can we see how right?
I'd say that, like, say 70, 80 feet.
Get out of the boat.
And when we go to the river, we can like if, for example, enemies are in here, or we can like go to the other side safely, or so whatever. But if we are going straight to the like here, then it's like basically we can turn back.
Let's start going up the river and let's see what comes.
Alright,
And we keep our eyes open.
for sure,
Fine.
for sure. You guys start going up the river, and it's quite physically tolling to take the boat up the river. There's a currency, so there's a current. Fabio, go ahead and make a strength check.
Okay.
Well,
Wow. That was a shitty wall.
I asked you that.
Bobby over the road. It's changed and it's a bit more difficult,
Sure.
more measurable.
Rebecca, you can also roll.
No, I will manage.
16. Better. I'll say that it burns one of your hit dice, Fabio. So you have now 4 out of 5 of your hit dice. So if you're taking short rest, you're unable to recuperate.
Yep.
But with that, you guys are able to take the boat up the river, and you come to the shore, closer to the winery, to a spot where you are still hidden. You can see some of the structures there. There's like a building right next to you. There's behind. Imagine that it's a little bit down this, so where you're standing, you're sort of hidden still at this point. You can see that there's a person standing on the road towards the pier. There are some wine bushes, and this building here looks like the winery itself.
Fabio, you could use the locate item.
Yes.
I was also thinking that maybe this is a good time for me to go invisible and do a little scouting. You guys can stay hidden. I'll go forward.
Okay, I will wait for the locate option before we go. First you come back, and then if we can't find it, then I'll try to locate them.
If you can locate them, I think you can go physically and search for them.
Yeah, okay. I just have 2 spell slots.
Yeah,
I can do it.
I would say that you take this ability first and do at least a little scouting.
Either way.
Alright. Going dark. Oh, big dark.
Whenever you see like what looks like this is a window. So should you approach the window, you'd be able to see inside. Yep. So these two buildings on the north side, they look like residential dwellings, someone's houses, where someone's staying. This building explicitly looks like the winery. It's larger, it's taller.
This only
Yes, yes it is.
peaking of the come back here. Like you can.
Yep, let's make sure. The spell ends early immediately after the target makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell. So, no casting, unfortunately.
Did you cast it?
And you do the invisibility on yourself again, and not use spell slot. Invisibility. You must have put the message. Yeah, you have to click on the right side. There's sort of like a window-looking icon that opens the description, or if you hover over the picture of the spell. Yeah.
In the meantime, we're seeing the fight for one pirate.
No, it is a human being, and wearing these raggedy clothes and unshaved face, and is sporting a dagger and a sling. Pretty basic, rudimentary stuff.
Well, in that case, find out if you gotta locate the object.
Well, let's wait for it. I don't know how to let's not waste it.
Okay.
And you could open it.
Your U-boat ready.
Yes. I just say the Matsu brother. But actually it's Äijän instructor.
So, Eligos, you're looking inside the winery, and you can see there are these wine barrels that are 10 feet tall, and there are a couple pirates inside. And there's also this sort of like a space that goes under the ground, some kind of a basement, and there you see a person who stands out and matches the description of Zoana Luvenir. And the pirate captain is talking to her but you can't catch the conversation as you are on the other side of the window.
Do I see anything else? Or do I see chains or somehow
Make a perception check. You can only see her head. You can't see her hands. Although they kind of go behind her back. You see the arms on her backside. On this window, you're able to see 9 workers that are all tied and they're sitting on the ground in one.
The suspense is killing me. Bobby opens the bottle of wine. Small glass. I don't know. Keeps mine. Sit. Oui. Attaquez. S'il vous plaît. Really, but what are you doing? Anything? Put it in. Put it in my back, please. Oh, I'm back. Holy shit. So,
in the first building over here.
Where?
They're inside the building. Quite quickly we moved into the door room then 3 pirates. Close to it. And then
Zoana
but no good news.
So, 2 pirates. First building, 2 pirates. Second, 3 pirates in the water. And there's 1 pirate outside the water.
Would it you stay invisible and hide behind the door of the winery and we make ruckus in that, and then when the door opens maybe some pirates come out and you go inside the cheese of capture.
Well, that's the plan. So, roll now. Pirates over here. One.
It is at this point you hear distant sound of cannons. On the east side of the island, and you can immediately see that the attention of the pirates standing on the south side of you shifts to that direction, and there's like a spinning his head, and there seems to be confusion about what's going on.
Let's see if they react. While the goblin is rolling.
The workers are in Spain. The entire
Well, if we need to throw the distraction, I can do it. I'm able to distract as well.
There's also the possibility that the attack others don't get as close to the other the Faerûn important spell slot to that.
Okay, DM. Looking at the pirates, you said that they have dagger, but am I able to kind of deduct whether they look very capable pirates, like soldiers, fighters, or are they more like
Make an insight check.
petty criminals? It is 14.
Piracy and becoming a pirate is for those who didn't find much anything else to do in their lives. It's not the first choice for many, and it's often due to having no other way. And these guys, they don't look the most seasoned fighters.
close to that building, we're gonna put the attention then. Well, that fast thing, I don't know. Over yonder, at least 2 or 3 there. So, maybe if we create a distraction, either distract all of them,
I can't see them anyway, so... Oh. Okay.
well, okay, seriously. I hate to do this, but like, kind of a situation where the wine field.
Why will you head towards the line? Okay.
Are these like wooden houses or what?
Stone mostly. The roofs are wooden, otherwise.
Okay, as a bonus action, I will target myself and I will cast Shield of Faith. Did he say I will gain +2 bonus to my armor class and my armor starts shimmering with a gold shimmer. In addition, as an action, I grab my amulet, say I shall channel divinity, and I will take my sword from the back and imbue my weapon to sacred weapon. So, for the next 10 minutes, my sword can be a bright golden light of 20 feet. So I'm basically outfitted with golden shimmering armor and a golden shimmering sword. I shall then head towards, well, I think this guy.
Okay. Activate also the sacred weapon. I want to see if it works.
Yes. I choose stay permanent target feature sacred weapon.
I think it works.
Place I can hear to enchant. Or do I place it right?
What is it telling you to do?
In the
Oh.
chat, I see place item here to enchant.
Okay, go to your
Inventory.
go to your inventory and drag the weapon there. Let's see if it works like that. I have no idea.
Let's try again. I cannot drag it. No, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, I cannot drag it. Maybe
I'll try.
double click.
I'll try. Wow, it worked. I had to do it. I don't know why, but
Okay.
it seems to be there now. Interesting.
Alright.
So cool.
So, I in one hand I have my sword, the shield is still on my back, and in my left hand I am holding the bottle of wine.
Okay.
What are you fucking twat? What are you doing?
He turns around.
You're even uglier than I thought.
Oh,
Dangerous.
what?
I am vengeance. And I walk directly along. What are you doing in this island? Do you have wine?
And the other pirate from the east, he shouts, "What are you talking to? Kill the little man right now!" He starts running towards you. What do you do?
Alright.
I, at the same time, I go over to open the second floor.
Okay, let's go to initiative order, just so that we can get sort of the timeline here of how everything's happening. So, adding the
Tuli jänne Imperfile character system joku pieni shadow.
yes.
I don't understand how I'm so quick. Like, this is the fourth session and I have like over 20. And why the hell? By the way, that I mean, who the hell?
I'll investigate that in a bit.
We might not put them to like see what they yeah. Fine.
I know why, but
Yours is with disadvantage because you're poisoned by the disease. So you have the poisoned condition, which generally gives you disadvantage to ability rolls, ability checks, and I think also attack rolls. But why do you have it? The only explanation that I can think of for you is because you're invisible. I'll check it out. Yes, you have advantage because you're invisible. Very good. Go in the initiative order. First pirate does nothing, he's unaware. Eligos, you.
Well,
You can always take the dodge action if you don't know the best.
other windows though.
They're close. They're
They
close.
look like they could be open.
maybe with some kind of a tool, it's not an easy task.
Okay, well, now I...
All right. Ah, damn it. And next is random.
Can I see if the
You can't see from where you are right now. You would have to approach the window in order to be able to see.
pick up the code?
Yes, you can.
How do we do that?
Okay, we throw a coconut
Try it.
the window. I'll let you do an athletics check or acrobatics, whichever is better for you.
Yeah.
You throw the coconut, it flies across the air and breaks the window here. You hear immediately them shouting inside. What? What do you do? That was
Gonna hide.
okay. Stay still. Good. This pirate, the door just got opened, so he runs out of the building and goes like, "Hey, there's and runs another 30 feet. Sorry, total of 30 feet. And actually he's going to dash because he's attacking. This guy, the window has been broken, runs out as well. Sees the little guy, starts running towards him. Also dashing. Eloan.
One shot.
Yeah, I guess that if I can do it while staying for maybe start or...
Yeah. You can do that. Edge on. And you remain still, nothing else.
I do not need that.
Nothing else, Eloan. Alright, we go to Rivet.
Rivet. Then as bonus action, I use secondary tactical and move with those.
Right, with that, it is.
Then I use my psionic powers. Savage strike, so 1d8 plus 2, I think. So 4
Number
force
4.
damage. But that's missed.
The second one, he pulls out his dagger after you hit him in the back with your sword. He dodges the second attack, but he's quite hurt at this point.
If your attack roll with the great sword misses a creature, you can deal damage equal to the ability modifier used to make the attack.
Okay.
So what's my modifier? Do you know how I check that?
Let me see. Ability modifier used to make the attack. Okay, yeah. It's a strength. It's your strength modifier, so +3. You can do
So
3
3
points. 3 points of damage. And it actually did that already. I can see.
Okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so convenient for us. But yeah, he remains alive. The massive great sword that you use for hitting him, even though he sort of blocks the strike, it's still like pushing him down to the ground, and he hurts. He's hurt.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Good. Fabio.
Alrighty. Well, noticing that there might be a combat, I will take a teeny weeny sip of the wine and do a pirouette 180 and slapping my longsword the guy behind me. Wait a second. It's asking me now to use melee attack or sacred weapon. Light toggle, but I assume it's the sacred weapon.
Yeah, let's try that. Click on the light toggle in the chat. Let's see what happens. Ah, it must be. Yeah, now I understand. It just gives the light thing, but
Ah, okay. Yeah, okay, so I will now
yeah, do the attack.
do the attack. Ah, yeah, light toggle, of course.
Yeah, I didn't know that it means light. I thought that it's light, like opposite of heavy. Okay. That does hit. Does it ask you something?
I'm just... Yes, it's popped up a window. Damage roll. Alright, I will... Yeah. It's either radiant or slashing damage. Which I don't believe has any difference. It's asking me as a text what situational bows, but I don't assume that there's
No.
anything. So I will do a normal. There's always so many rolls. Now it's another another pop up. Yeah, I will just go with the. Oh fuck! Cancel.
Alright. So you hit the guy with your sword and give me some details.
Yes, since I'm quite a bit shorter, I do the 180 slash him in half.
The guy is being attacked from both sides and he collapses to the ground, dead.
On my second attack, I will do the same 180 and hit the other pirate.
Also hits. Good damage.
Okay. So 14 points of damage. As a bonus action, I will use Divine's Art.
Nice.
19 in total.
Done. He is also quite hurt.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Alright.
Captain was nothing.
Another pirate is approaching. The one that you just hit is going to
Run away.
it's going to try to use its enthralling panache on you. So you are required to make
Wisdom saving throw. Oh.
so you are charmed by him.
Charmed by some dirty pirate.
So
He flashed his like black-toothed grin at you.
It must be the wine.
Yeah.
he's the way how he behaves is that after you attack him, he starts begging you. Please, I'm just a poor man. I did not intend any of this. You have to spare my life. And you start feeling so much compassion for this human being that it becomes impossible for you to attack him for now.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
And he's also going to run away. It's his turn. This guy, however, is coming closer and he's going to use a sling to attack Rivet. So
I used my reaction
what did it do?
to this psionic shield that attack will feel that takes reduce the damage taken by 1d8 plus 2.
Oh, okay. So you take no damage at all in that case. So I just undid that, and he's gonna attack you again with the sling. He hurls another stone at you with the sling. Your head tilts back a little bit. Take 3 points of damage. You have a natural resistance for the damage. That ends his turn. Okay. Okay. And since we have only 3 minutes left of this session and we're at the beginning of the round, why don't we end the session here and continue from here, beginning of the round. Come back.
Yep, sure.
Righto. Alright, the battle at the Louvenier Winery has begun. The liberation of Ambrose Island hopefully takes place as the cannon fire on the east side of the island continues and you guys have engaged with the human pirates. Thank you for the session, everyone.
Thank you.